back to another video about a children's trading card game. We have had some very exciting events take place over the last few days. The first half of the deck limited battles have concluded, and as the time of this recording, and hopefully at the time of you seeing this, there is the second half to begin very, very shortly. So if you are preparing for those, good luck, and hopefully you'll be able to use the information in this video to help you. What are we discussing in this video? Well, I'm going to be going over the decks that have won, or I believe can run up as well in the deck in these deck limited battles over the last week. So you can have the best chance at getting that, I imagine, disgustingly expensive serial number Luffy. We'll see how much they end up going for. I am quite interested to see what happens. Also, condolences to my man Cross, who came third at one of these. And didn't even get credited in a bunch of videos. It's so sad. I'm sorry, dude. Anyway, look, man, you know, it is what it is. Enough of that. Let's go ahead and jump in. So here we have the winner of the Latin America Deck Limited Battle with Jesus. And let's go ahead and see Purple. I memed on Purple a lot, to be honest. And I think I was overly harsh on it through my playtesting experiences, where it just got dumpstered by Red so hard in my games, where I was just like, oh, well, I don't know. But in my defense, it's entirely possible that when we were testing that, one, we sucked, very possible, very likely. Two, a high rolled, also very possible, also very likely. Or three, both. So, you know, these are all options. Certainly, though, Purple is absolutely one of the easier decks to play, right? You don't need to be making lots of tiny little decisions that are genuinely, seriously going to affect the game. I mean, fundamentally, you can kind of play it as you see it. And at the end of the day, me go big is kind of good. Me play big cards, me go smash is potentially very, very strong. So let's go ahead and have a look here at this interview, which a massive thank you to Orange Samurai D for publishing all of these. You can find them on Facebook, on his Facebook page. If you just search Orange Samurai D, you'll find it very, very easily. So there's a lovely interview here. I'm not going to read the whole thing out. You can go read it for yourself if you're interested. But the main thing I think we are interested in is finding out why these players chose the decks they played, right? So here we have the question rule. Why'd you play Purple? Well, the user says, initially I was attracted by green because I like the way it plays, but after playtesting I didn't obtain good results, most importantly versus blue. I completely agree with this. Blue absolutely dumpsters green. It's you know, absolutely like, there is no real like massively bad matchup for any of the decks. I guess outside of maybe Purple versus Red. Besides the point, because Red can just rush you down, so I was probably higher rolling. But besides the point, really it's, you know, blue versus green, it's an absolute dumpster fire for green. So it makes sense why you wouldn't want to expose yourself to that. So I decided to play Purple instead because it's another of my favourites for its board control. I practiced a lot and was able to get good results versus every deck. So that makes sense. If you are comfortable in every single matchup, then absolutely, I think it makes total sense. Personally, if I was able to play in the deck limited battle, I was travelling, so I was not able to, I would have played blue. That would have been my pick. Mainly because through a combination of enjoyment and also the fact that you get the dumpster on all these people playing green, which is obviously very fun. And how did you feel about the event? Did you enjoy it? The game can be very exhausting. The 8 rounds that I played were all complicated, but I managed to 2-0 most of them. The event was good, and I like how they organised rounds and everything went smooth. I would definitely play again. So yeah, I heard these. These were really long events, 500 players, 8 to 9 rounds. Apparently no top cut, so it was just straight ranking. So you basically just have to go XO to win, which is pretty horrific. But yeah, so here is the first list. Next, we have got the runner-up, and we don't actually have an interview here, but we do have the results here. So we can see this is another Purple. So versus Purple, versus Green, versus Green, versus Green, versus Green, versus Purple, versus Blue, versus Blue. So interestingly, you see there, at the very end of the tournament, we are we're hitting those blues. And it makes sense that blues are getting that far. But yep, another Purple list here. Very, very similar to the other list. So that is it. So we see Latin America, Purple, top 2 spots. Then we have Europe. Hey, it's your boy. And here we've got Blue taking first place, very excitingly. So let's go ahead and hear why Semper, sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name, chose Blue. I chose Blue because I feel it is the most solid deck. I only have one bad matchup, but Blue can win against Kaido. So yes, Kaido does have an advantageous matchup against Blue. That's certainly true. Basically, all the removal doesn't really do anything against Purple because They ramp very hard, so they're hitting their big targets quick. If you bounce a king, that sucks because they're just going to nuke another one of your things, and you can't bounce the 9-drop Kaido. So, and you know, rushing isn't exactly a thing this deck is not exactly something this deck does very well. Interestingly, no promos here. Personally, I would have played this promos. I do stand by that decision. I also really don't know if I like Thrust Backhannon, but obviously if you're playing Jinbei or you can play Outlaw or something with that, I guess I get it. I don't like it, but I guess I get it. But obviously this guy won an event, so clearly, you know, take that criticism with as much as you can for a guy who has not played in any One Piece events. Obviously I've played in other TCG events. How do you feel about the event? It was best of 3 with 1 hour time limit, 8 of 9 rounds, I won 2-0, and time doesn't affect me, but 1 round, I win for life in the 3rd game. So that 1 round, he did come out on top in life. It's difficult to play best of 3 in a Swiss tournament, and he started. So it was 11 hours, which I think is pretty hefty. You gotta bear that in mind. So, but yeah, otherwise, this is a blue list you could play. We also have the winner of Oceana, who also was playing blue. So we're seeing here blue taking 2 of these 3 top spots at the moment. Obviously, second place was purple in the Latin America regionals, but at the moment just looking at those winners. And we can see a list here which I like a lot more. Actually, I really don't like the Jinbeis, but you know what? That's fine. Maybe I'm just wrong about Jinbei. I'm fully willing to be wrong about Jinbei. Of all the vanillas you would play, like the 2-4 is significantly above like the 1-3. Like you might actually play the 2-4. It's only 1 Don. It's doable. So that's the point. Okay. So we've got a nice long explanation for why BioLizard chose blue. At first I chose blue, mostly because Alabasta is my favourite One Piece arc. Fair. So I had to rep my main man Crocodile. He is based. But as I tried all the other decks in the format, I felt like blue was the one I played best with. Frankly, I think every colour has a shot of winning, and it's not about the colour you choose that determines how you do. It's how you play around your colours and weaknesses and bad matchups. And I 100% agree. You talk to anyone who has been playing the game, like, there is no bad choice. Like, every single deck really could win. It's going to come down to luck and your ability to play. And I think luck is a significant factor here, which we don't downplay. I'm certainly not saying that the players who won or the players who did well didn't have the skills to back that up. But, you know, the matchups you get throughout the day, you know, and the way the cards sort of fall is something out of your control. My toughest match in the DLB was a green player that went to 3 super close tense games. So never count any matchup as a guaranteed loss or win. So obviously blue dumpstering green did not stop a very close matchup for green here. So yeah, absolutely. Decker's comments, its deck is anything special. I think this would be considered quite a standard build, but I think for blue in the DLB, the question is what cards do I run, but rather what cards do I not run, because the starter deck comes with a lot of junk. To the point where many vanillas are preferable. Completely agree. The blue starter is categorically the worst in this limited format, in the sense where like it just has so many bad options. Like it's got so many really good ones too. Like this deck is carried so hard by like Sentomaru, Gecko Moria, Dracula Mihawk. Like it's crazy how much work those cards do, and obviously the leader ability being very powerful. But yeah, so here we go, another blue list, and evening things out is of course purple coming in, winning the North America. So obviously the Americas loving their purple, and the Europeans and the Asians loving their blue. So let's have a look at what Jesse Spencer, had to say about winning the core TCG event. Me and my team members tested some of the decks and really enjoyed purple against most of the meta. Cool. Yep, totally fair. Personally, I'm not surprised to see purple here, and I would not be surprised to see green or red winning other events. But at the moment, as you can see, 50% of the wins from purple, 50% of the wins from blue. You can't really go wrong if you're playing those, but it is going to be about testing and just getting well acquainted. So I really would recommend to you guys, if you are looking at playing in the deck limited battles, these upcoming ones, set aside a day, try to set aside a day anyway, with a friend who you think is good at the game, and just play. Play against all these horrible matchups, get to know, and play as all the decks. That's the number one thing, right? Like, you want to know how it feels to play these other decks, so you can imagine what the opponent is probably going to try and do. What are their options? That's the number one way you're going to actually have some sort of intuitive idea of how the game is going to go, because if you don't know what it's like to sit on the other side of the table, I guarantee you're not going to do as well. So that's my my number one tip from past TCG experience. Because I can't, back it up with One Piece Topsy yet. They're coming. But that is it. I hope you guys found this video useful. If you did, please do drop a like. Let me know what you think of the deck limited battles in the comment section down below, and let me know if you guys are participating in any of them, or if anyone I mentioned in this video today in any of these topping lists has more they would like to say. Please do leave that in the comment section. I'd love to pin that. It'd be fantastic to get some more information from you guys. But that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you are interested in more One Piece content, please do hit the subscribe button. But also, I make videos on Battle Spirits, Gate Ruler, and Lorcana, so if you're interested in any of those, subscribe for that too. But that is it. Thank you so much for watching once again, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.